Hello. Karahi here. Isn't this a nostalgic sight? I feel like it's been so long since I last did a drawing stream with this whole layout. So for today, I will be doing the Fatsu that was suggested on my Getting Over It stream, which was drawing with my dominant hand. And there's also the other part to it, which is not being able to erase. So before I get started, there is one thing that I need to change, and that is how I look. Right now, I'm holding my pen with my right hand. This is not accurate. I need to be holding it with my left hand. So I have one quick way of doing that. Lip. Ha ha ha. And now my right hand has become my left hand. And so, you can actually see it, for once actually. And boy, does this look a bit strange, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel kind of like I have... it's like unbalanced? It's sort of the meme of when you're drawing and then you flip your canvas and then it's like, what am I drawing again? Well, don't get used to this, my flipped form. This is purely for my left hand. Let's just say that I parted my hair the opposite way today. So yeah, for the actual drawing part, now that I have this, I will take my pen to my left hand. And when thinking about what I should draw, I was thinking I have yet to create my end screen. And that is one of the things that I wanted to do before the end of the year, right? So I'll take this opportunity, perhaps not the best opportunity, but I will take this opportunity to draw my end screen with my left hand and no takebacks. Well, I do have one thing that I can use though. Let me just do something with this screen here. Give me just a moment. I noticed that my screen is not exactly showing you much information here. You probably want to see my layers more so than... How do I put this? There, you can see my brushes and half of my layers. Howdy, grass hair. So, it would be a bit much to go straight to drawing on my actual final end screen without any plan. So, allow me to at least do a test run, okay? A test run so that I can verify that, you know, what it looks like. And then I'll draw the actual one with my left hand and no takebacks. Hey, Adoki! So my thought is, if I'm gonna be not erasing anything, then I'm gonna need to... Oh wait, let me just set my tablet. Okay. Ah, I just did something, but just needed to check that my tablet works. So I would need to do background first and then foreground after that, because if I can't erase, it's basically just layering on top. I can't, well, actually, I totally could, couldn't I? I can still use layers, right? That's not a limitation. So, boy. Now, I just realized, if I'm using my left hand to draw, how am I gonna control... Wait, I can't control Z anyway. How do I change, like, my tools? I can't press E for eraser, I can't press B for brush. My keyboard is on my left side. Because normally I have my left hand on the keyboard and my right hand on my brush. What? A different challenge. Also, just navigating, like, I normally use spacebar to drag across the screen. Let me try putting my keyboard on my right-hand side, but my right hand also doesn't know how to do any of these shortcuts. Like, it's all muscle memory at this point. How to, you know, select my tools, move things around. I guess that puts me on the same level between my left hand and my right hand. How uncertain I am of it. Okay, and then, like, let's say for my end screen, I'm putting blue because that's kind of my color. But what if it's like blue? Oh, maybe not. I'm thinking night sky or maybe day kind of sky. Like clouds. Wow, clouds. As scenery. And then I should probably have some words that are like, what do you normally put in an end screen? Stream ending? Stream ending? Thanks for watching. Let me take a quick look. I search up VTuber endings. Oh, hey Silver Comet. I'm feeling good. You know, I've been watching a lot of streams. Stream will be ending soon. Stream ending. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching. Stream ending. Looks like those are the kind of words that gets used. Stream is ending. Oh no, I can't write with my left hand. Stream. Wait, actually. Stream. I mean, you can kind of tell that I can't write with my left hand just by looking at the thumbnail. Stream is ending. Oh my goodness. This is still my rough draft, though. So this is not the actual stream end card. So I would have this word in the middle. And then I should draw myself in here. Stream is ending. And then I can be like over... Why did I write these words so big? It doesn't work. You know what? I would be over here. That's what my penmanship looks like with my dominant hand. Well, as long as you can write quickly, that's probably more important. That took me so long to write. Oh no, I can't even look at myself as a reference image right now because I'm mirrored. Sorry, I mean, because I parted my hair in the opposite direction today. I need to open up a reference image for myself. Well, actually, I don't really. But I've drawn myself so many times now. And then I would be, yay, saying bye-bye. You know what? I'd be waving like that. Yeah. Okay. There's a blue sky in the background, some clouds, the words, and then in the corner, I'm going like, bye. And then I can have like a frame. The thing about a stream ending screen though is that I'm making it all hand-drawn, but realistically, people would use tools, wouldn't they? Like, instead of handwriting stream is ending, they would probably type it. I want to add more elements, though, to this. So, instead of just stream is ending, this being like, bye-bye. And then we can have... What else can we have in here? We should have something like over here, right? I'll undo this, but like there should be something over here. Since we have clouds up here and me down here, there should be something over here. What kind of thing should I put here? Like a tree? This feels like, I don't know, kindergarten or something. I draw a tree here, the sun like over here. Like, this is the level of art that I've got going. Are you sure you even need a second draft? I want to add some colors. I kind of got bored of adding colors after the sky. But you may have a point. Do I even need a second draft? I could just keep using this and add colors on top. Let's try it out. But if I do this, the stream's gonna end so quickly. Part of doing a first draft and a second draft is so that I can spend twice as long drawing for, like, you know, stream content. Wearing sunglasses in kindergarten? Did I even know what sunglasses were? And then the tree here. And it'll be brown on the trunk. Wow. And then the most important part, me, right? How do I color this in? I feel like I need to redraw the lines. I've kind of colored over the lines. And unlike on paper, when you color over lines, you can't see what's underneath it. Because in a coloring book, when you color over the lines, like, the ink on the page is still visible through your, like, whatever you're using. Pencil crayons. I think it would still be visible under marker too. And it would still be visible under... Oh my gosh, I can't see my face. It would be visible under, wax crayons, probably. Where's my color drop tool? Eyedropper. And then brush. You know what's stupid? I still have my right hand on my mouse, but I'm not using my mouse at all. Even though I moved my keyboard over to my right side. Let me put my hand on the keyboard. Oh wow, my hand is on the keyboard now. It's not doing anything. Okay, okay. Back to the lines. Uh. Oh no. It feels like it's even worse than before. I always have a strand of hair there. You know what? Is my brush too big now? Let me make it smaller. I can't undo though, so I'm just gonna randomly have different thickness lines. Ah, a thicker line would have been good for the eye, so I don't have to do this. Oh well. You know what this eye shape reminds me of? Dragon Ball. That doesn't look happy at all. I was trying to draw a smiley face. Okay. Stream is ending. And then also got a hair here. Oh, I feel like I'm getting better. Oh, I just used my first right hand on keyboard shortcut. And it's also important that I have a bit of hair over here, I think. And if I'm gonna make a smiley face, how about I just add it in now? Like this. Yay! Smiley, smiley. There. It looks more like a smiley face. And then I can fix the shape. I feel like I just gave myself a fang. A flesh fang. Look, I gave myself a flesh fang. And I'm gonna actually outline the text so that it's more visible now. Let's go for a black border, so I'll do like... How should I do this? A thick line, and then I'll put like a color inside the thick line. Oh, I'm getting a hang of it. Look at these much more natural letters. Stream is. And you know what's kind of ironic now that I realize this? I just started the stream and then I wrote the word stream is ending. In fact, throughout this whole stream, or at least while I'm drawing this, it's as if the stream is ending. Stream is ending. And then in the color... I have the colors yellow, green, and blue in this picture. Let's use the color yellow again. Cute name of horrifying to imagine in real life. Truly. I would prefer not to imagine it in real life. Alright, you see? This is my brilliance here. By writing it in a thick black outline. I can do it again with a thin line to make it look like it's outlined in black. But actually, it's a manual effect. I mean, Okay, there's no way you could possibly think that I use the outline property on this because it's just so rough. Dream is... I wonder how long I'll be using this end card for. I do kind of still want to make a animated one. Dream is ending. And I did vaguely consider, what if I also made this not only with my left hand, no undo, but also animated it? Then I kind of came to my senses and decided that, you know, if I can't even draw with my left hand, then if I try to animate with it, it'll go so crazy that you can't tell what's happening. Wow. Stream is ending. I'll even outline the clouds. I swear, why did that feel so quick? Hmm? If not obvious, I don't draw with my left hand, so I also don't know how long it normally takes to draw with your, like, non-dominant hand. But I think that the trick here to why it feels so fast is because I am skipping out on so many details. It's just like, oh yeah, this is good enough. Yeah, let's go with that. And then I say, this looks like it's done. This looks like it's done. But is it really? If I keep adjusting, what would happen to this, do you think? Alright, let me add my hairpins. Stream is ending. What does this feel like? Is the colors? This feels like, I don't know, Mario or something. There's like clouds, and then this tree, and then you could totally just have like a question block here or something. Is it because of color here? This looks like the kind of color that would show up as a block in like Mario or something. Now there's just a mysterious block though. But yeah, there's now a mysterious block here. It's an incredibly wobbly block. This is me trying to draw a straight line, by the way. Do you see this? Actually, I can zoom in. Zooming in. Here. Look, this is me trying to draw a straight line. It wiggles like that much. it looks good. It looks like someone lowered the quality setting on you. Lowered the quality setting, and I feel like there's a bit more to it than that. For one, I also completely erased my eye on the other side. Maybe I should add that back in. Here. You can see my other eye. And all the squiggliness that is involved in it. I'm just gonna fix up this corner. Like, wow, I'm cleaning up my lines. Am I actually cleaning up my lines? I'll clean up the cloud. Because I use such a soft brush there when everything else is like hard brushes. Well, not really. It's just the size of the brush. Oh my gosh. It's going crazy. The cloud is sharp and pointy now. Okay, let me make the size a bit bigger. And I guess by a bit bigger, I mean a lot bigger. Alright. This is my new end screen. We'll use it today. I want to try something, though. Now that I've kind of gone ahead and drawn a bit. What if I were to draw, like, actually seriously with my left hand? So if I take this as, like, my Batsu, this is my Batsu where I drew with my left hand, no erasing, and it's also going to be something that you're going to be seeing whenever I stream, because it's going to be my new end stream card. So I should probably save this. I'll call it end card. And then I will promptly start a new layer. And yeah, I think this is good. Stream is ending. Bye. Actually, you know what? Let me actually put that word down. Oh wait, I should do this. I'm like trying to figure out how to do this without erasing. So first, I add the speech bubble. Okay. And then I do the outline of it. Okay. Yeah. Alright, there. Speech bubble that says bye. Oh, that's a Y. That's definitely a Y. Bye. There. Stream is ending. Bye. And having done that, let me try actually putting it on my stream. Okay, I will not actually be ending my stream when I put this on my screen. I just want to see what it looks like. So I'm just gonna save it. And put it on my stream. Where did I save it? I saved it as end card, right? Stream stuff. End card. Okay, that's what it looks like. That's what it'll do when I actually end the stream today. Alright, and then the question of... Let's try doing this with layers, because that was... I don't know if you realized on the very right side of the screen here, but I drew my stream ending card on one layer. I guess that's like an extra limitation I didn't need to give myself. But I felt like it would be going against the spirit of the non-dominant hand and no undos if I could also use layers. So this time, I'm gonna use layers, layer effects, whatever tools I can and want to use to create... What other kind of cards are there? Like, I see that there's like BRB screens and like... I already have a loading screen, so I don't really feel like I need to... Actually, should I? Because right now, my intro screen is just... It's just this. So there's nothing really on my intro screen, so I could technically draw something for my intro screen too. Everyone's first impression of me, if they don't know me, would be that. A better a questionable doodle than a plain nondescript scrolling text background thing. Okay, this is me trying to take it seriously. I will allow myself no undos, but I will have layers, which means I will be allowed to use roughs. So that means I can be like, yeah, I'll have someone here. And sorry, I said someone, but I mean myself. I will have myself over here. And then as far as the, you know, I really like the random cube stuff over here. You know, the cool effect stuff here. I like that, so I want to still have that in my screen. So it would be like shooting from here though. Like the bars would be going out from here, and then it would be like starting soon. I'm trying to write quickly. This is my rough draft. Actual rough draft. So starting soon, and then where would the cube thing be? Like the middle thing that's kinda... I'm calling it a cube, but it's more like a diamond. Where would that go? Would I have it at all? I could have like 2 on either side. Or I could have... And then this is where I'm selecting the white color here. I'm selecting the white color. I'm not using the eraser. It feels kind of cheap. Oh, actually, I see. Because I put a gradient, you can totally see that I'm using white. Alright, so what if the thing that like spins around is in here, and then I put starting soon over here. Wow, my handwriting. Alright, then the next question is, what kind of pose am I doing here? Well, let's have a smile. I charge into a W smile. And you know what? I drew my eyes closed in the end screen, but here I'll try to draw my eyes open, which means it'll be like 10 times more difficult. Actually, you know what? Let's draw a wink. And then... I'm drawing a wink. starting soon. Wink. Cat cube. I never considered it that way. This is these scribbles here. Like, should I put my arm here? Should I put my arm there? You can't tell what the heck I'm thinking. Like, let's visually map this out. That doesn't seem quite right. Let's visually map this one out. Oh, that doesn't seem quite right. Like, maybe... What is going on here? Yeah, rough draft. But I'm, doing this. This is the serious run. So, starting soon. You know what? I also need to do something here called updating my note. It says draw my end screen. Draw my start screen. Alright, hands on hips. Hand on hips, wink. Starting soon. Alright, that's my rough draft. And now I can start doing layers. Oh my gosh, no undos, no undos, but I can infinitely keep adding layers. Oh yeah, I did mention at one point that I wanted to draw with my mouse again, just to show you guys how I used to draw with a mouse. That might also be interesting. Okay, this is rough draft number 2. I'll do another line art for this where I do it cleanly. But I'm still following the rules. I'm still using no undos. So like it's my first time drawing these lines. I'm just, you know, drawing it multiple times. Because I have layers. There. And actually I've got boom. Another bit there. And then as far as this one goes, it's actually like that as well, I guess. Goes like that. And then the shirt, the ribbon, sweater, which goes like this. And the hand. Okay. There, chibi, because I don't think I can handle doing full detail with my left hand. Does that kind of look like me? And then I can even move it a bit to the side a bit more. Alright, and then I can hide this layer. And then this becomes my new draft layer. Wow! Oh. I can't undo! So I'll give up on this layer. And start another layer. So there is actually a way of doing ridiculously clean lines with my left hand. Should I use it though? What do you think? I can use tools. Do you see where I'm at? I can use tools to draw. Smooth lines. Because, basically, I can't remember exactly how to do this, but this is how it works. You know, this is how you can use your mouse to draw. But if I'm using my left hand, it kind of does the same principle. It lets you draw smooth lines, even though you don't have like a smooth tablet to draw it on. And then, since I still have my right hand, I can, like, erase. Wait, does this count as undo? It's not an undo button, but it definitely is undoing an action. Oops. Accidentally ended my line, and then I accidentally... You see, I don't use this tool very often, as you might be able to tell from this. Maybe... I should just... not use it then. Alright, let's not use it. It feels kind of cheap, and I'm also not that... used to it. So we really will be using our left hand properly. To draw the lines directly as my starting screen. Okay, so first, that was too big of a curve. Oh my gosh, it's worse than my rough draft. Is it? Is it actually worse? Actually, maybe not. It feels like I'm getting more smooth. I'm figuring out how to not use my, wrist and instead use my arm. That thing that you hear often. Make large movements with your arm instead of making small movements with your wrist. Never really understood that, but I suppose it works when it comes to using your non-dominant hand. Because I definitely believe that for drawing small details, I think using your wrist is valid. Can't say what this is looking phenomenal. Thanks for dropping by, Lil G. You'll see it next stream, because this is gonna be the very first frame of the next stream. Wait, I should be doing this on another layer. Normally, with the eye. But I can't erase, so it's too late. This part of the eye is gonna be on this layer. And the rest of the eye is gonna be on the other layer. Okay. Wobbly wobbly. This is what happens when I use my wrist. Oh, what are these worried eyebrows? Just needs to be a straight line. Nothing more, nothing less. They're so wobbly. Okay. Okay, that is... That's the craziest mouth ever. That's the craziest mouth ever. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The shape of the face just died there. Wait, I know what I can do. I never drew that layer. That's not an undo. I'm just hiding it. Ultimately, all of these failure layers can technically exist underneath, like, this layer, you know? I could just put all of the mistake layers on the bottom and still make them visible. Technically, right? Yeah. Maybe the first thing I should draw is the face. Actually, what I really need to be doing is this. Get it so that it, like, matches a curve that I can draw normally. So, attempt again. Oh, yeah, you see, that's better. I wonder if being able to draw the opposite way around is actually just gonna make it more confusing when I go back to using my right hand. Okay. Smiley face. Oh, that looks pretty normal. Okay. For this eyebrow. I suddenly became angry. Look at that angle. Oh, oh. That's a face. Here, and then I'll add another layer for the clothes. It's looking good so far. Okay, that might not be the best. I don't think it's too big of a deal. Okay. Ooh. There we are. And over here. We've got that arm. And there. Woo! Is that the full line art? And then using the full power of technology. Now, I'll put all of those into a folder, and I now have my line art folder, which I can again use the power of technology for, and create masks, layer masks. So I need to make sure that I can do selections on it. So fill in any gaps that I see. I think that's the only gap I saw, really, in the end. I'm gonna draw this as if I were drawing anything else I've drawn in the past with my dominant hand. To a certain extent, of course. Okay. And as I said before, I want to have the ability to use all the tools at my disposal, which includes the text tool. So I can type. I can type with... Okay, since I'm using my left hand for the, Either way, I'm using my right hand, actually. So... what's the words here? Stream starting soon? Starting soon? Starting. And then under the box. Soon. And then it would be in some kind of font. I don't know why it always defaults to stencil font. I feel like I don't use that quite that often. Just pick a random one. Starting soon. It would be maybe a bit bigger. Starting soon. With like a box in the middle. And then the coloring part begins. Let's see how much of a bucket tool I can do with this level of line art. Right, I need to refer to my reference layer. I can't undo, though. But you know what I can do? I can hide layers. There. That looks pretty good. And this is a hand. That's also technically a hand. And then I can use the brush here and right here My eye color is similar to my hair color, but darker. Although I do have the lighter part of my hair color on the bottom. Oops, my hand slipped. And I'll bucket tool the hair. And then a bit darker too, actually. How should I do this? Oh, this works. Incredible. And then the highlight color for the light. And you know what? I'll even shade the skin. Let's go. A bit underneath here, a bit by the hair, a bit over here. We've still got... Oh wait, this is gonna be the lighter color. And then actual just plain white is for the shirt here and here and here. And here and here. And brush. There, there, and there. The color of my vest thing is like maybe this, but less green. And more blue, yeah, like that. And then I can do a layer for any extra details that I want to do, like the eye with a highlight right here. And I'll even add my favorite little pink dot. And heck, I'll even make this part a bit lighter. So much detail. So much is zooming in and making sure that my random erratic movements don't completely shoot out of the eye. And then fixing up this part. I'm drawing over, I'm not erasing. And then the ribbon. Which I should have drawn with a black outline first. Let's do that first. Okay. Right and right. Will it work like my starting or ending stream concept for how to make it look like there's an outline? Not quite. Not quite. Quite difficult to contain this all. Well, it's a ribbon of some kind. Let's increase the amount of black to kind of camouflage that. I'll add it in like random places. Well, not random. Places where it feels like it might do well to add a bit of extra scribbles. And then I've got this part where I can draw a bunch of lines. So that's a pattern on here. Oh my gosh, why did I decide to add this even though I'm drawing this left-handed? Oh, there's too many details on here. This thing has like an X pattern. Okay, then it goes backwards. Then it goes backwards. Okay. Okay. And there. Right? And then we've got kind of going down here. You see, if I were using my right hand, it wouldn't be quite so crude. Anyways, this is just a way to add detail without actually adding too much, so I really don't want to draw every single, like, not really stitch, but all the patterns on here. Okay, I'm gonna create another group and put this all in here. I would like to think that I am almost done. Okay. Yo, I just realized the multiply layer is really good for this, because I can use white and it looks like I'm erasing, but I'm not erasing, I'm using white. And there, that's how shading gets introduced. Starting soon. Dun dun dun. Do you think the other eye would be visible? Like this one here? Is that worth trying to add? You know, I've been watching this, Minecraft roleplay server, Vcraft Enchanted, for the past several days, past week, really. This kind of thing where I absolutely destroy my sleep schedule. So I just looked at the time right now. And for me, it's 2 p.m. But I looked at the time and I thought to myself, wow, it's 2 a.m.? This is because I have been staying up far too much, watching a block game. I just realized I can't erase. The wink is a bit low. But that's okay. I can't erase it. Because I put it on the same layer as everything else I did. Let me put a new layer here. So I've got the pins. And then I can do a highlight. That's a bit of a bright highlight. White is a bit much. It's a lighter gray. People so need sleep anyway, just drink more coffee. I get the impression that sleep is like one of the things that humans might need. Food, water, sleep. What else do humans need? Exercise? There. Starting soon. I'm trying to imagine this with the actual starting soon screen. But I feel like, isn't that going to be a bit of a contrast? Let me try it out. I'll actually make it transparent and see how it fits with my current screen. Just this. I will do just this and see how it looks. So start screen, I'll call this one. And then I'll put it on here. Don't mind this thing showing starting soon. I'm going to just play around with it on stream. So start. Oh, I didn't save it yet. There's like 3 buttons that you need to click in order to actually export something from CLIPSTUDIO. So there, this is here. Starting soon, I will stop it from sliding around. So how do I do that? Here we go. I have it typed twice. Don't mind that. Oops. Here, you're seeing live OBS things moving around. Ah, but wrong one. Starting soon. That's what it looks like right now. How is it? It is now pretty much the same, but slightly different. A bit more personalized, I guess. I'll align things later. And maybe I'll change the background color. I think that's good enough, though. So I've got my new starting screen, and I've also got my new, let me bring it back on, ending screen. How do you like the, let me go back here. I'm only drawing on one layer of this. This is one layer. Left hand. No undos. This is left hand with no undos, but with as many layers as I want. This is the power of layers, clearly. When you have layers, you can do so much more! I think I'm also kind of off-model, to be honest, but what am I expecting for drawing with my left hand? Alright, well, before I pretend that I'm ending my stream right now, let's just go back to this page. And I'm gonna take my pen and move it back to my right hand. The concept of the stream is ending here. Alright. And... Whoa! 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 I have my pen back in my right hand. Oh my gosh. Now there's too many things on the right hand of my table. I've got my mouse, I've got my keyboard, and my pen is all on the right side of my table. Shrek? I honestly don't remember much about Shrek. He talks about layers? I guess he does wear layers. I do remember what he looks like. His fashion sense. But yeah, now that I have my right hand back on the pen, my pen back in my right hand, is there anything I should do? Or do I just say, huh, this took a surprisingly shorter time than I expected? I guess it's just interesting. Drawing with your non-dominant hand. It's like, I don't think it's actually that different from drawing with your dominant hand, except for muscle memory. I guess that's the thing. I guess that's actually it. Since I draw a lot to begin with, I know what I want it to look like already, so... I mean, the no erasing thing is probably the more difficult part. Or no... not no erasing, no undo. Because I know what shape I want it to look like. If I could undo, then I could keep repeating my lines until I got actual smooth, proper lines, instead of these wobbly things. But like, this would pretty much stay the same. I would totally undo this eye and move it a bit higher up. Actually, move, huh? Move doesn't count as undo, right? As a person that's making up the rules, it's kind of difficult to determine where I should draw the line. But if move doesn't count as... I have switched... Wait, I have switched my pen back to my left hand. Maybe I shouldn't have swapped myself around. Wait. Wrong one. This way. And here. Okay. I'm back. And then, it was this layer, right? Yes. But I cannot erase. Now, it would be a bit... Would it be cheating if I use a cut and paste? I'm moving forward. Let's do it. Cut and paste. I just find that... You know, actually, I didn't need to cut and paste. Let's keep everything on the same layer. There is something that I can do. That's a bit cheap, but I just want my face to look good. I don't mind too much about the other parts. But for me, the face, I want the face to look good. This is not erasing, this is me taking the color of the brush and drawing over. You can see that it makes things a bit fuzzy around the lines because I'm drawing over it. You see? There. So it's not like it's perfect, but it's better. Alright. I suppose I will end my stream now. So that marks the end of September. I'll be making my October schedule sometime this week, and I'll post it on my community page and on X. It will be a chatting stream next week, so the date and time will be on the schedule when I decide it. So yeah. Alright, see you then, Adoki. Thank you for watching, and until next time. Here's the end card. The stream is ending. Bye bye.